like meditating in a way, you know, it's a semi-religious sort of feeling that you get out of it. And once you've had this feeling like you've been inside a tube or you've had a nose ride, a very good wave, you want to get it again and again, and that's what drives you to go on to do it more.
Yeah, man, that'd be great. Oh no, don't do it with those two. Nah, leave those, because it gets political. Not interesting, but political.
This being Los Angeles, the nearest skate park is 75 miles away. But you can skate in an empty swimming pool, if you can find one. Pro skater Jerry Valdez has had the chance to design his own skate park, the Endless Way.
when I can't have you? Who'd go leave you for here? And it's fading in its romance. and wipe a tear. And I say I'm not going back. I say, darling, that's a fact. But I'll be at the door and packed to leave his cargo for the road. No one talks of the bad reception he has to kill before the show. You get weak, so you get wired. The buzz play down when you're low. Another load in another town. Not sure where I'm staying. I could tell you that I miss you. You're bored of hearing that today. For the next 6 hours at least, I'm just cargo for the road. Where exhaustion is a constant. Strangers ask how it all began. Made me feel of home when I heard cowgirl in the sand. And there's nothing less romantic than denying you ran away. 'Cause this world here waiting for you can wait to spit you out someday. No one talks of the bad reception he has to kill before the show. You get weak, so you get wired. The buzz play down when you're low. Another load in another town. Not sure where I'm staying. I can tell you that I love you. You don't know what to do with that today. For the next 6 hours at least, I'm just cargo for the road. I see I'm not going back. And I say, darling, that's a fact. But I'll be at the door and packed to leave his cargo for the road. Cargo for the road, yeah. Cargo for the road. Cargo for the road, yeah. Cargo for the road. Thank you. So this is the first gig I've done since recording my second record, and it's lovely to be here. Thanks to the boys for having me. And the album's going to be called Scorched Earth, so this is the title track off it. It's called Scorched Earth. So I lost my band when I sold it forever home, and I left my friends, the city I love, striking out alone. And my favorite boys that I no longer go. You see, I work most nights, drive right by, and bring myself to know. Sure as autumn leaves fall, counting down to when. Sometimes you've got to raise it all if you want to see good summers again. And I will torch it all for love. I will torch it all for love. I will torch it all for love. I will torch it all. So the skies grew up. It's so hard to reconcile. Have I played away like Peter Pan, sticking crocodiles? 'Cause dreams grew like weeds, scratch the concrete fields, and nothing grows as yardsticks go, and scars that'll never heal. For all my faded glories were just wrecks I walked up from. All I recall is every kiss, every note of every song. 'Cause I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all again. I will walk through fire, soul full of mine, fight against the insanity. 'Cause I will breathe in the charred, or better the scarred, channel the scorched earth policy. Torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all again and again. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all again and again. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all for love. I would torch it all and begin again. Thank you. You guys are getting more enthused. So this is, I'm going to play you guys a load of stuff off album 2. And then some old hits off Whiskey and Orchids now. This is a song called Heal Up Alright. There was a handful of tears he left out in the snow. Love's a war without medals, with nothing to show. He still thinks of you as little as he can. If you had time again, you'd break at his plans. take whatever it takes to get through the night. And I know once we're through, I'll just heal up alright. You look great for your age, the young guys let you know, and you like how they feel, and you like them for sure. But they're not gonna settle, each break dulls your heart. Maybe I could've stayed, still tears me apart. So take whatever it takes to get through the night. And I know once we're through, I'll just heal up alright. I'll just heal up alright. I don't know how we got this far, 'cause I've always stayed around. You've always been there for me, and I've always let you down. She didn't get what you'd done till she had kids of her own, and how thankless it felt once they'd all up and flown. So take whatever it takes to get through the night. Once you've run me through, I'll just heal up alright. We'll just heal up alright. We'll just heal up alright. We'll just heal up alright. Thanks. Well, it's lovely to be in the White Noise Studios, not having to do this at home. If you want to, one thing COVID's done is it's freaked out a load of musicians, and they've had to try and learn how to use even more technology. I was maxed out on Facebook and GarageBand, so I've now had to try and use a camera, and yeah, it's nice. I'm just saying, it's, you know, I try and embrace these things badly, but it's nice when someone else does it for you, so thank you guys. So this is a song that I got a friend of mine, Els Bailey, to sing on my record, and it's I read about the Epstein thing after he died, and I just imagined, like, and then I was hearing the article on the news about how they'd lost the tapes when they went to try and investigate it, and it kind of summed up a lot of what's been happening around the world, and the audience normally goes quiet at this point anyway. But I was kind of just imagining the devil kind of pulling over, just being like, I can't compete with all these people doing things in the name of God anymore. I'm just going to have to quit. And I wrote a song about it. It's not for everyone, but I quite like it. It's called Another Song About the Devil. You know the drown El Salvador to Veracruz, picked up by patrols to roll on morning news. He mostly drowned trying to cross the Rio Grande. Survivors meet their cages, ripped from the mother's hand. When the headlines hit on the radio, stolen all my news, I was outmaneuvered and outgunned with an aching point to prove. When it's just me in the mirror. I think I'm about too old for this. I'm just an aged fighter, I talker that no one's gonna miss. And then they try to blame me, the devil, but people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, but people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, but people doing worse in the name of God. They try to blame me, the devil, but people doing worse in the name of God. And I can't run with the billionaires, just like they can't run from their own. The evil forces, faceless rage in a league like I don't know. And for centuries I carried the can when I just led astray. But we let the women and children go, and that can't be said today. 'Cause you know the drown, El Salvador to Veracruz, picked up by patrols to roll on morning news. Yeah, you mostly drowned trying to cross the Rio Grande. Survivors meet their cages, ripped from their mother's hands. And they try to blame me, the devil, people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, and people doing worse in the name of God. Cause you know the drown, El Salvador to Veracruz, picked up by patrols to roll on morning news. Yeah, you mostly drown trying to cross the Rio Grande. Survivors meet their cages, ripped from their mother's hands. And try to blame me, the devil, people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, people doing worse in the name of God. And then they try to blame me, the devil, people doing worse in the name of God. Another song about the devil, with people doing worse in the name of God.
Hey. So I know what you're thinking. We're going to run straight from that into a song all about smuggling cocaine out of the west coast of Ireland in a bass amp. And this is a song off my first record that somehow tanked on radio. But it's based on it is a true story. £1 million washed up on the beach of the Scanner about 5 years ago, and the guards went down to collect it. And the same thing happened on the exact same beach about 18 months later. The guards went down to collect it, and the locals had got there first. And I was doing a rock and roll tour at the time that wasn't making any money. And someone got very excited when he found out we were driving back to London. And he said, "Are you making any money on this tour?" And I said, "No." And he said, "That's a big bass amp, isn't it?" Anyway, we said no to his request. And went home with no money. This is called Too Far Gone.
As I was loading up, it was like the rain knew. I threw up on myself, but then waved on through. I met your guy in the dark by the side of the road. We kept a shot, no talk, just to unload. Getting over my head and it can't be undone. And the shame and the guilt have long become one. Things I can't take back and say and undo. The day they pull me over is the day I lose you. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight to try. Too far gone to try. So done with forever, just scraping by. But you never asked how and I never asked you why. And the money flew straight at the door and ran. New kid shoots food shop and dead. So I soldiered on with the soul guitar. But the DJs won and the work fell hard. I'm gonna run it straight out of Dublin port. I got my $2,000 and I didn't get caught. Got my $2,000 and I didn't get. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight to try. Too far gone to try. To try. It all in a blue lit night. Stepping out of the car in a cell block light. It was meant to be once, just went over the law. Then working back, could've run a little more. Working back, could've run a little. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight. Ooh, I want to hold you, but I'm too far gone tonight to try. Too far gone to try. To try. I was loading up, it was like the rain knew.
Thanks, guys. So, yeah, it's another new one. And, it's a very weird time for everyone. For musicians, I normally play about. I tried to cut down last year. I played about, I think, 200 shows. And the 3 years before that, I was playing on average about 300. And I've had 30 festivals cancelled this summer for obvious reasons. And my guitar's about to collapse. So she could have done with the break, as if I'm honest, could I? But I normally feel a bit rusty if I take a night off, and I've just spent. This isn't an excuse, but it's just it's weird, isn't it? Because like I've just spent 3 days camping with 2 kids under 4, and yeah, I'm now playing a load of new songs, so I literally feel like I'm on a tightrope. I can't even say the word. A tightrope wire? Is that what I'm trying to say? Yes, we're getting nods. Yeah, a high wire. Maybe that's high wire. High wire did better than tightrope wire. Who's this guy? You'll check out the people you're booking more thoroughly after this gig, I can assure you. So so yeah, I'm playing a load of new songs, and you know what? I'm leaning into it, and I'm really enjoying it. I just got that lovely sense it could all fall apart at any moment, but I'm fine with that. So stick with me. This is the obligatory song about death that everyone has to have. Better checked. In a different harmonica key. What's in that black coffee? It's called I Will Be There.
Nothing feels like these days when we lay them in the ground. And for the days that we don't, I still come around. From the kitchen floor, mugs of red wine pour. We watch the willow weep as the rain pours down. I will be there when there's no one else. I will be there when you forget yourself. I'll get over you. You said that I'm sure. Yeah, I'll get over you like a soldier does a war. I will be there when there's nobody else. I will be there when you forget yourself. I will be there when there's no one else for you to turn to. I will be there when all the love you have has been burned through. I will be there. 'Cause if I don't know, there's some ways this can go, of which we've seen too much in our 2 lifetimes.
Thanks. Oh, I should start looking at comments. Hi, Ellie. Thank you very much. Trevor's in. Hi, Trevor. The digital age. So this is a song that's going to finish the new record, and I've kind of had it knocking around for years, and I wasn't able to finish it. And it's called Last Day of the Festival, and it's all about the passing of time. How so many people look forward to a festival, and like they save up all their money, and they often go to one, and then it just goes unbelievably quickly. And it's that scene on like the last day. I always find it really sad when you just see those fields full of tents. Not anymore, because obviously everyone takes them up and recycles them. But back in the day when I used to go to festivals, that didn't used to be the case. And I wasn't able to finish it. And then I went to this one festival, and there's this beautiful girl kind of dressed as a nymph, and she was sitting down, clearly had taken too much or something, and she was sipping out of a vodka and ice, and she started having this kind of horror movie style nosebleed that started going into her cup and turning it this kind of really art house film pink. She was kind of dressed as a fairy and glitter, covered in glitter, and then she didn't notice that she was having this nosebleed, and started drinking her drink. And then two topless mums walked past me into the banqueting hall, and I was able to finish the song. That probably gives away which festival it was.
Last day of the festival, she can do a smile. She drove down with a car full of girlfriends, hasn't seen them for a while. And a sharp drop of blood explodes in a vodka and ice. She's too gonna notice, nodding out in style. It's the last day of the festival. Some started packing up their stalls. They've sold all their stock, got out of this everything they came here for. She isn't eating all day, and she stole off plates of friends the day before. And she's sitting here thinking life's really all about it all. 'Cause there's nothing I can drink, right and wake up older. Castles made of clouds, 'cause the night keeps coming on that much colder. And I've never been afraid of anything. Now there's wolves in every town, and as free as you'll let me be, all we got is now. The last day of the festival, she's got the worst case, the Sunday blues. of bleeding from the dunstan where someone stole her shoes. And she's riding out this last night on good weed and overpriced booze. She's just trying to believe if he was here, she wouldn't want to ride him too. Cause if she thinks hard enough, she just might freeze the very pace of time. She's determined to live this last night out over you strung out in line. But the sun is swooping low on this graveyard of fun, the bells chime. It's the last day of the festival, they're moving on, leaving her behind. So she clings to every moment, blowing smoke rings through the cold shades of the pines. It's the last day of the festival, we're moving on. Leaving her behind.
Thank you so much. Oh, it's lovely to be here. Okay, I'm going rogue. I'm not following my I'm not following the set list, so anything can happen. This is a song I wrote all about after Leonard Cohen passed away. And it was Christmas Eve, and I had to work back in London. I walked in, and the girl behind the bar, who was a friend of mine, saw me and lined up some shots because it was Christmas Eve. And I was like, "No, I'm driving, and I'm here to gig, and I can't." And that kind of set the tone for it. It was basically, God, it's not going to get worse than this. That was written 5 years ago. Anyway.
One bud struck you cut with diamonds. We're the lucky ones that got out alright. The news says we're desperate, but the drunks must have missed it. 'Cause on a cold Christmas Eve, we're all old friends tonight. And you second guess what Granddad would have made of it all, rolling eyes at the slurs of his wife. I didn't get into politics, got into me when they marched in and blew up my life. But a brand new set of silver strings round the neck of this old tough guitar. The spotlights don't work, the piano's too gone, but she's lining them up on the bar. And she watches the news like she watches my health, with the same fear right down to the band. To keep the valves in the amps, half a can in the tank, so on stage life goes as you plan. And you can't be for being remembered, like Foley down at Soldiers Field. But the penthouse got filled in the Tower of Song. The night skies are poets with a new star revealed. But a brand new set of silver strings stretch the neck of this old tough guitar. The spotlights don't work, the piano's out of tune, but they're lining them up on the bar. New Year's Eve fell straight into September, a fast year of slow aching days. Sound checks at 6, come on and we're done. Let's go do it all over again. And I've taken more out of rock and roll than it's ever taken out of me. But I don't say that aloud, at least not anymore, 'cause no one that loves me agrees. But a brand new set of silver strings round the neck of this old dove guitar. The spotlights don't work, the piano's too gone, but she's lining them up on the bar. New Year's Eve fell straight into December, a fast year of slow aching days. Sound checks at 6, come on and we're done. Let's go do it all over again. Let's go do it all over again. Let's go do it all over again.
Thank you. So this is a song called Whiskey and Orchids, which shares the same title as my debut album. And the idea for this song was... Thanks, Melanie. Hi, Jessica. I find these things really confusing because you're so used to having a screen. I'll level with you guys. I fucked up in that last song. And the reason why I fucked up was purely because of Melanie had said hi to someone, and then I just saw she was chatting to Jessica. But people also try and chat to you while you're playing as well. And it's like a default setting in 2020. You've got to read. You've got to read. If you get a text and you quickly have a look, you know. And obviously never when driving or anything, but or in a meeting or something important, or listening to where your relationship's going. But in any other environment, it's all right, Melanie. Anyway, this song was conceived when I was standing half naked in the rain as a teenager in Bristol, a florist's, and I had emptied out my NatWest bank account and I was waving £40 at the florist, and because I'd mucked up the night before, and she didn't serve me, not because she opened, it was 9:40 and she opened at 10 o'clock. She didn't serve me because she'd served me in identical circumstances 2 days later. No, 2 days earlier, even. And I walked home in the rain and we broke up. So if you're ever in that kind of relationship, the good news is it does get better. And you get to do stuff like name albums after it, and it's all a thing of the past. Yet something you sell on a daily basis. This is called Whiskey and Orchids.
When she said, well, I'm leaving, I didn't want to understand what that meant. So I went out, tried to laugh it off while drinking up all of the rain. When she said, it isn't working, didn't want to understand what she'd said. So I went out, kept it from working. I wasted days alone in our bed. When she said, you can do anything, I believe you can go so far. Only then would I listen my guitar. Were you the lost stench of the bottle found in that kitchen at the end of the night? Were you the unscratched track on the lost masterpiece, or just the one at the party with a light? And I'd hurl everything good in our lives in the war, just desperate for something to stick. And I'd howl at every moonlight light like some stray dog trying to pick up one trick. And there you gone, and you've moved on. And I've heard that he's part of your world. We were damaged, we were dirty, girl, we were maddening. But darling, that's where your beauty unfolds. When I had you, I couldn't see it. Who I traded my rocks in for gold. You the flower I never watered. You the orchid I left out in the cold.
Thank you. You see, you say that and then no one comments for the entirety of your song. I've learnt nothing. Well, look, I'd like to thank the guys for having me. It's been a real pleasure. And it's so cool to be doing something like this at such a kind of weird time for musicians. And, you got to do something. And so I salute you. Thank you very much. It's a really cool thing. And I'd love to come back. And it's been really nice to come and play some of these songs I've never played before. I've just kind of been thinking about bass and synth parts on my own in a studio in Manchester, so it's nice to get them out. Now this is a song that's on the new record that I'm going to close with. And this was a scenario where I had I used to play in a band called Noah and the Whale, and Noah and the Whale were lucky enough to do quite a lot of US tours, which sounded good to the families back home, but each of those tours probably cost us about 50 grand. And it was fine because we were on something called a label at the time, so we didn't have to pay any of it back. And we had a great time. But after about 9 of these tours, someone said, well, why don't you go and do some shows in Mexico and they'll pay you 50 grand and then you can go home with nothing. And that seemed like a genius idea. So it turned out they were border towns, and more than likely for the cartel, as a way of them washing money. And so the first gig we found, there were 60 bodies in a transit van outside the venue. And so we cancelled the show, and then they sent the cartel to come looking for us to persuade us to do the gig. And so we all ended up hiding in 3-piece suits in our hotel room, someone's hotel room, with all the furniture against the door, with a duvet over our heads, watching Peep Show, which is funny now. But at the time it was petrifying. And all the boys went back to London. I had a friend who lived in New York, so I went out to New York, and I had very long, beautiful hair at the time that came down to about here. And I walked into this bar and I said, I'd just like a beer, please. It's been quite a difficult week. And she said, get out or we're calling the cops. And I didn't know what was going on. Anyway, funny story. It was a lesbian bar, and the doorman had thought I was a lady, and they didn't serve us. And I walked into the bar next door and I wrote this song. And I didn't need to tell you any of that, but it's some backstory. Thank you very much for having me, boys. Really appreciate it. Look after yourselves. And I've been Matt Owens. I've just recorded my new album called Scorched Earth that's going to be out this autumn. And this is going to be one of the tracks on it. My tip jar's up, I think, if you've got any shrapnel and would like to donate. If you go on Bandcamp and want vinyl or CD or anything like that, it's all up there. And there's an album for free. There's a live album that's up there that you can have for free of my album launch of Whiskey and Orchids, and you can just, it's with a band, and you can just donate whatever you want or just have it for free. Thanks very much. It's hung over in New York.
I didn't know this was a lesbian bar. You let me in at the door. While I'm here, let's ride it out on these beers. Hear the jukebox some more. I just escaped with my life from a Mexican border town. And for once I'm not broke, just the best place I could have found. Here we go! 'Cause I just came from Henrietta's on Hudson. That's not even a joke. I'm unsoft, I'm unloved, and you can light a match right off my throat. I'm sleeping out on a sofa on Morton Street, losing some days, with a few hours to kill before I meet a friend in dark holidays. I'm hungover in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure it's not last time. Now Tom Waits once cracked, so this was a great time for shoes. Yeah, but I'd walk barefoot just to lick the sweat off your tattoos. And Dylan Thomas is looking down from the wall. It puts me off my stride. In a row between happy hours, chasing barmaids for brides. All those barmaids for brides. I'm hung over in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost time. And then I'm off to Brooklyn for the sober and Connemara rain. The day after Thanksgiving, it's just me dodging droplets and drains. You can't be out in every single bar, get with every single girl, but no one cares, and it's never changed a thing in this neon-lit world. I'm hungover in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost time. Over in New York, searching at every bar, every dive. It's happening all over again. I'm just making sure you're not lost time. None lost time. None lost time. None lost time. Have a great night. See you soon. Thanks a lot.